All right. I was about to have the countdown going. Appreciate everybody for checking in. I'm gonna finish up what I was talking about yesterday. Be in and out like a bank job, all right? Apparently, we was talking about Earl yesterday, and you got his hardcore fans, saying, oh, Danny Garcia is a tougher fight than what Bud is taking on. Come on, man. Danny Garcia been beat 10,000 times throughout his career, but I wouldn't expect y'all to know that. He lost to Theo Payne and they robbed him. He had a close fight with Eric Morales. He could have lost to Kendall Holt. He could have lost to Nate Campbell. Could have lost to Lamont Peterson. Could have lost to Mauricio Herrera. I mean, you just keep going on. Could have lost to Robert Guerrero. Like, y'all talking about Danny Garcia, like Danny Garcia is a world beater. Kell Brook beat Sean Porter. Easier than Errol Spence, easier than Keith Thurman did. Say what you want to say. If you want to say, oh, Kell Brook wasn't what he was, since Errol Spence, he wasn't what he was when Errol Spence fought him. When Errol Spence fought him, he was a leftover. But let's hold on before we get into it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Facts, telling me, salute. How you going, Price? How you going, Prince of all sayings blowing to breeders as a thumbnail? So there he was. What you mean? That's a fact. He was pounding the breeders. That's a fact. Please don't destroy me. I have Boma and trunks to raise. Get out of here. The Prince of all sayings fails in comparison to a Saiyan runt in Goku. But that's no need to go there. But don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all those links in the description. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. All right, you got everybody, trying to support. Errol Spence is taking Danny Garcia ain't no tough fight. Danny Garcia is a welterweight bum. Kell Brook was better at welterweight than Danny Garcia ever can be. And if he beat Errol Spence, then he beat him coming off a car accident. Come on, he lost to Sean Porter. Kell Brook beat him easier than anybody else that fought him. That's a fact. That is a fact. And all I'm saying is Errol Spence say, well, we're going to switch positions real soon. Shit, I know Terence Crawford coming over there. At that point, it ain't nowhere to hide. People, Crawford is a tune. What you mean? Crawford didn't fought lineal champions. He went overseas and got belts. He didn't fought the best that there has been. What has Errol Spence done? He doing everything Keith Thurman did. When Keith Thurman fought Sean Porter, 2016 or 17. Then he fought Garcia 18 or 17. What is y'all talking about? Why we just can't sell everybody? Oh, you got to compare. If you compare resumes, Crawford, how many belts up? 4, 5 actual world titles belts up. When 7 belts up. He touched 2 rings and all. That's what be killing me, dog. I was talking to somebody in the Denim. Well, they don't need Crawford don't sell. Errol Spence don't sell. Do you know what selling is? Selling is what Oscar De La Hoya did at the Alamo Dome. That's selling. Selling is when you look at Canelo and Floyd and Oscar and Floyd and McGregor. Selling is when you look at Khabib and Conor McGregor. That's selling. You let me know when you seen Errol Spence event look like that. Tell me that. Let me know when you seen an Errol Spence event look like Conor McGregor and Khabib. You haven't. You talking about selling like he doing 1 million pay-per-views. Him and Mikey did 50,000 pay-per-views. How is that good? Him and Sean Porter did 200,000. Well, Copperger ain't say nothing. Copperger said that less than 24 hours after they fought. If Errol Spence, we gonna switch positions real quick. Like, dude, you don't even really deserve to be pound for pound. Let's keep it funky. You don't deserve to be pound for pound. You don't. You're doing everything Keith Thurman did. Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, man, come on. They bench should have moved up. Give me a minute. That's a fact. I had to get rid of XSplit after yesterday. I don't know what Miles going through down there. Give me a minute. That's all I'm saying. Like I said before, if you want to be pound for pound, y'all could have been did this. You the one that drove your car drunk and tore your car up. Crawford the one that got to probably buy himself out that contract and go over there and fight him. Come on, but you willing to go over to the zone and fight Canelo because Canelo ain't coming to PBC. That's what I'm saying. Oh, I want to fight Pacquiao. Then why is Pacquiao fighting Mikey Garcia and not you? And more than likely, from what I hear, it's gonna be through the PBC. People act like Errol Spence did something. He didn't did nothing. Come on, who beat Jeff Horn? Nobody. Crawford did that first. Who beat Victor Postal? Who can you say? Who has Errol Spence been the first to beat? Mikey Garcia was a lightweight. Therefore, you supposed to go over there and run over him. You supposed to knock him out the box. That's probably why he's scared to fight Crawford. He's scared to fight Crawford because he couldn't even hurt Mikey Garcia. So maybe he got like a lightweight phobia. He's scared of fighting lightweights. And then we talking about a guy who can't even move up in weight. Why don't he move up in weight? Jerome Williams, salute. He said Errol Spence did nothing. He ain't did nothing in his career, bro. He ain't never been lineal. The belt he got from Sean Porter, Sean Porter ain't no world champion in this era of boxing. He couldn't even beat Ugas, and that's no disrespect. Ugas is a solid fighter. Kofi, salute. Ugas is a solid fighter. Let's not get it tricked. Let's not trip. But he ain't nothing special. He lost to Amir Khan at one point in time. Yeah, and everybody wanted to, Spence is this and Spence is that. If Spence is good, then why don't fight Crawford? Crawford is a lightweight. He don't have a chin. You see all these things that, people say about Terence Crawford. My whole thing is, I don't give a fuck who wins. Why you just don't fight the brother? Why we can't have some of this black fight fans? That's all I'm saying. Why we can't have some of this black fight fans? He said, you watch, I didn't even know Mexico had a car. I'm not even into hardcore boxing no more, to be honest. He used a corny DB Zing meme. I made that meme up. You talking about? I made that up. That is a special thing I did 7 weeks ago. People don't talk shit about me and watch me. If you don't like my channel, why do y'all come here? That's my whole thing about it. Y'all niggas love drama more than women do. That's my whole thing. People sit here, this guy said this. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Come on. That's what be killing me. If you don't like it, don't watch it. People just be needing drama. Yo, you ain't got no woman. That's why I be saying y'all got a lot of time to be on here. I don't like what he say. Then don't watch. That's my whole thing. Like, y'all niggas just love drama. Purism said he got dropped by the meme machine. Shit happened. Muhammad Ali got dropped by Joe Frazier, and he got dropped by that Euro bum. It happens. It's about how you get up. And if he got dropped that easy, why Errol Spence can't do it? Errol Spence don't have that skill set the Ingus got to counter punch and combination. So if Ingus did it, why can't why can't Errol do it then? That's my whole thing. Why can't Errol do it? Why y'all ain't putting pressure on Errol? Y'all protecting Errol because he with the PBC? That's my whole thing. Brad, I see you. That's all I'm saying. Why y'all putting pressure on motherfuckers who don't? Why y'all putting pressure on people who want to fight? Bob Arum and Don King did business 1,000 times over. Al Haymon and Eddie Hearn did business 1,000 times over. Errol Spence, the last thing people got. Because I tell you this right now, y'all can call Devin Haney Black Jesus all you want to. He ain't getting no fights. Deontay Wilder on his girl Instagram caked up. He ain't trying to fight no more. Bob Arum is being nice. Deontay Wilder didn't want that rematch. Let's keep it all the way funky dunky. Deontay Wilder didn't want that rematch. Come on. So now that Deontay Wilder then got his melon cracked. Now that he done got his melon cracked, all y'all got is Errol Spence to hang on to. And y'all act like Errol Spence is doing something. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care if I like Deontay Wilder, cool brother. But to be honest, part of me didn't care if he got mollywopped by Tyson Fury at all. Because you get tired of these sidewalk fans. What happened to pushing for the best fight the best? What happened to that? Free Smoke Jr. say Spence is gonna wash Bud. I can't wait. He couldn't even watch Sean Porter. And Sean Porter got beat up by Julio Diaz. And no disrespect to Julio Diaz, he's a solid fighter, but that's a lightweight. Come on. He couldn't even get Keith Thurman. Why he couldn't get Keith? Why they never make the Keith Thurman fight? You gotta ask yourself that. It could have had 3 belts. He said Spence needs to fight Crawford already. If Spence moves up to fight Canelo, of course he gonna lose to Canelo. He ain't doing nothing. He learning what he done for Mikey Garcia. To move up to a fight you can't beat, you a dummy if you think Spence can beat Canelo on any grounds. Yeah, and don't forget, infamous one, who Floyd say was a pound for pound #1 fighter? Terence Crawford. Well, hold on, I missed Eddie Towns. He said in Errol's defense, Mikey fought not to get... No, I mean, that is what it is. You know, when you fight Crawford, either you gonna knock him out or he gonna knock you out. When you fight Julian Williams, either you gonna knock him out or he gonna knock you out. 9 times out of 10, you fight Mike Tyson, the young Tyson, either you gonna get him or he gonna get you. Real killers, man, Mikey Garcia didn't have a stain on him. He ain't have a stain on him. He tried to knock him out. He two-way drained. That's all we saying. He out here talking, but he been calling this shot for 3 years now. Well, I'm gonna fight him. When Bud called out Keith Thurman, everybody got mad. Why are you trying to call out not Errol Spence? Keith Thurman had 2 belts. But now Errol Spence on Twitter saying, "Oh, we gonna switch pound for pound positions real soon." We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. He do all this talking, but when he got in his face, oh, I want me to do this. I want me to go to the Care Bear land and get the pink Care Bear and bring him back. I want me to do this. He gonna be a victim of our circumstances. I don't care nothing about no Errol Spence. If you're a PBC fighter and you see the way Al treated Deontay Wilder, why won't you look at Al different? Everybody think Al is pro-black dude. I ain't never seen Al start about no Hispanic fighter. He keep the Abel Ramoses and the Leo Santa Cruz, and look at Abner Mares. He got a job on Fox. He keep them Hispanic fighters in rotation. Real talk. Look what he did to Deontay Wilder. That's gonna be Errol Spence. Mark my words. Mark my words. He said at 47 all this time. All this time he gonna sit at 47, and he gonna be in his senior citizen home if he don't die first. He gonna be in his senior citizen home, head shroomed up like a prune. That's what happened when you kill yourself to make weight. Ain't nothing good come out of that. He should be at 160 pounds already. But all he doing there is picking on smaller fighters. Keith Thurman too, good fighter. Sean Porter started off, he debuted at like heavyweight or something like that. It ain't even about being a fan of Crawford or Spence. You just want to see the best fight the best. And what's so strange about it is Crawford pushing for the best, right? But everybody getting at Crawford for pushing for the best, and everybody protected Errol Spence. Why? Why do Errol Spence get a pass for pump faking and pump faking and pump faking? But then again, he want to turn around and talk junk about Keith Thurman. If Al Haymon loved Errol Spence so much, he would have. Look here, man. Look at Bob. Bob is moving at a fast pace. Bob ain't playing no games. Bob fed Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko to each other. He didn't care. He gonna keep it moving. He feeding Oscar Valdez and Miguel Burchett. If Earl was on top rank, the fight had been made. We can't say the same thing about Al Haymon. Keith Thurman and Errol Spence could have had the biggest fight in welterweight history. That's a fact. Or one of the biggest fights in welterweight history in this era. What Al Haymon do? Nothing. Why ain't let Spence fight Keith Thurman when he was 15 or 12-0? Why not? That's the equivalent what Teofimo Lopez did. Bob Arum didn't learn from his past mistakes. Al Haymon making the same mistakes that Bob Arum made. That's what you got to ask yourself. If you sitting here trying to rationalize why Spence shouldn't fight Crawford before or after the accident, you was wrong with boxing. Mark Pinkerton, salute. Freesfo said, Bud he called everybody up, people, and still can't, because them PBC boys don't want to fight. You know the game. Kenny Porter running his mouth. But his son can put Sebastian Baby Formula away. It's just, if it wasn't so many belts in boxing, this fight would have been happening. Come on, this fight would have been happening. But y'all give him every excuse in the book. Every excuse y'all give him. He can come out and say, well, I'm ducking Bud. Y'all, oh, he ain't got to fight Bud. He ain't got to do this. That's my whole thing is, like, come on, at the point of boxing, do you see MMA fans saying, oh, Gaethje didn't do nothing to deserve Khabib? You know what I'm saying? Kobe Covington, he didn't do, I mean, Tyron Woodley, he didn't deserve Tyron Woodley or whatever it was. You don't see that? That's why I'm kind of getting more, I'm growing more onto UFC. It ain't the bull job of boxing. Because you got too many people in boxing. I don't even care if you don't know what you're talking about. If you got too many people in boxing who ain't objective. It ain't nobody, name me a YouTuber that's really objective, that's big. Come on, name me a YouTuber that's big. I don't care if Wilder ever come back, to be honest. He didn't want that rematch, and that's what it boiled down to. He had the elbow, he had the little bicep injury. I love Wilder as a fighter, but I lost a lot of respect for him. The way he handled that whole situation, not even with Mark Breland, just the whole situation. But you know, if he come back, you know, for what? Why would he come back unless he need money? You know, because he's not getting none of the big dogs. They don't do nothing but create another belt. That's why they created the 225 regular heavyweight class for Deontay Wilder. That's why they created that. So Wilder can still be champion. Dillian White can't even make that weight. That's all it was. He said it's Gaethje for his whatever the fuck his name is. He wins Saturday, I'll pronounce it right. I don't care about names. I don't get paid. If ESPN or Fox want to hire me, then I'll pronounce niggas' name. I ain't no Howard Cosell or no Joe Tessitore, no Dan Faust. I don't give a fuck about these niggas' names. I ain't even supposed to cuss. But he said, Bob, but salute. He said, Bob don't have all the time in the world. He trying to see fights. You know, Al Haymon, you never know. Shit. You never know when your time comes. So don't nobody got all the time in the world, to be honest. You know, if you sitting here thinking, even if you're 12 years old or 25 years old, you thinking that tomorrow promised, tomorrow not. But he said Gaethje. Okay, I'm gonna call him Gaethje. He wins Saturday. He said, y'all dudes, little, you know, whatever, you know, he used the GY word for Earl. It has to be how you defend a man like this. It gotta be. You seen the way y'all homeboy was in his truck with him? Yeah, man. I got Errol Spence, man. He was just drizzling with sweat, man. Yeah, man. I love to lick them old steroid nipples, man. You see him 78, man. Look how he glistening. Ooh, yeah. If this was Cell Block G5, man. Yeah, Errol Spence would be them little brown buttocks, man. Ooh, I'd have busted open, man. Busted open, man. That's why I'm starting to get more into UFC than boxing. Boxing has just become terrible. He said, yeah, no UFC fans do that, bro. I seen all these people excusing Spence not fighting Crawford on Twitter. UFC fans said line them up like you should. And they lose and they don't say, oh, his career, should he retire? Man, Tyron Woodley been how many years out of his prime, they say, he's still getting fights. Come on, man. Nobody got time for this, man. At some point, I might just switch to full UFC. At minimum, ain't nothing to really talk about in boxing. You look at the top level fights in boxing, and they say T.O. and Loma, in terms of a top level fight, that was a top level fight. That junk was garbage. It was garbage. Come on, where was the excitement in that fight? He said, salute, now these dudes want to discredit T.O. win. They did. I mean, I'm not discrediting his win at all. I just think Lomachenko was scared. I don't know what it was. He won. But Devin Haney not getting that fight to begin with. I do think Devin Haney got the style to beat him. But can Devin Haney take the punch? You know, it is what it is. He don't have to fight Devin Haney. They can cry all they want to. Devin Haney is in the same position that Terence Crawford is in. But the difference is Devin Haney daddy and him, Devin Haney talk to them. That's all it is. It's all about access. But Devin Haney got what? 4 inches of reach on him. I mean, You ain't gonna see Devin Haney in a high level fight in a long time. He gonna be Demetrius Andrade. He signed himself away. He getting $2 million in the pandemic. You know, I ain't mad at him. If his dad can make him a millionaire with his own youngest promoter in the history, make him a millionaire. I ain't mad at him. Errol Spence's resume isn't greater than Buzz, but you can't tell people that. People just go by names. He said, hopefully with Top Rank doing 3 million viewership this past weekend, it will entice others. But no, it won't. No, it won't. Al Haymon ain't playing with the church's money. That's a fact. Best thing you can do is just not just stream, but not talk about it. Straight up and down. That's the best thing you can do is just not talk about it. You know, I'm in a place where I may or may not talk about Gervonta and Leo Santa Cruz no more. You know, that card ain't nothing to write home about. You know, forget PBC, bro. They can't even make Benavidez versus Plant. And people talking about, oh, Danny Garcia, it's a big fight. Man, I wish I would pay a dime to see them that fight that should have happened 30,000 years ago. Wish I would. Hold on, I'm on. I bet all casual boxing fans convert to UFC. I think they will put the best. But yeah, I'd rather see that before it get corrupted. Boxing is just not in a good place right now. It's just too many. It's too many companies. He said Sky used to UK were saying Wilder may never come back. I mean, that's what they hope, he never come back. But if his money get funny, he ain't got no other choice. That's the best thing he knew how to do. But it seemed like Wilder live a good lifestyle. You know, it seemed like Wilder. I mean, it don't make no difference if he not come back or not come back. What are you gonna fight for, the PBC champion belt? You know, you can't miss something. You know, you miss seeing him get them knockouts, but at the same time, you know, he got to understand that, you know, Al Haymon played them for dumb country Negroes. Make sure you tune in Thursday to see the best show on. Man, get out of here. It ain't the best show on earth. I don't want to see Gervonta beat up no fucking super bantamweight pinata. I got to stop cussing on here. Mike Serrato, he said, hey, CJ salute. Have too many organizations and too many politics. UFC has Dana White in charge and puts the best. Again, what do you think? Yeah, it is. Too many. When somebody create their own belt, boxing to get better. If the PBC had their own belt, Top Rank had their own belt, the zone boxing would be in a better place. Because in reality, all the fights you hope to get not going to happen. Why should I have to go over there to make a fight happen? It just don't make no sense. He said, fam, when you said we got Thurman, Porter, Garcia for free, but we expect to pay for Spence, and both of them years later, they say it's all right about their. He said it's all right there about boxing. You know, Keith Thurman was saying, you know, he didn't want to fight on pay-per-view. He wanted to go on free TV. He said, I think Plants is the best at one. Yeah, I could see that. You know, you never know, though. Asante El, salute. You never know. He said, I got 200 on Spence over Crawford when it happened. Man, you might say I got 200 on the fight if it happened. Todd, salute. Put two. They probably got a bet at the fight happening in the next 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. Spence don't have no advantage in that fight at all. What makes Spence, you know, special is not just his size. You know, he not that fast. He got good speed. He not like Andre Durrell or like Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? And he not Andre Ward or Bernard Hopkins. But what makes him really good is that he a southpaw. Same thing with Pacquiao. If Pacquiao was an orthodox fighter, do y'all think, you know, other than him taking that orange juice, do y'all think he would be a really special fighter? No. You know, the southpaw make them truly special. Ain't nothing special about Spence. What do we do special? When you think about Spence, it really wasn't nothing special about Bernard when you look at him as a fighter. When you look at just him physically, he wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the biggest puncher. But what made him special was his IQ. Same thing with Andre Ward. He wasn't the fastest. What made him special was IQ. When you look at the special fighters, the Muhammad Ali's, the being 6'5" and being the foot movement and pulling straight back and getting away with it. When you look at Joe Frazier with his head movement and his just you look at those guys, Foreman physically imposing. People talking about Joe Joyce is slow. Foreman was slow. Well, Foreman had good boxing. He had a great left jab and he can punch. Mike Tyson, that's special. You know what I'm saying? When you look at those type of guys, even the Ray Leonards, the Tommy Hearns, the Aaron Pryors, some guys like Bernard Hopkins and Andre Ward, they special because of their IQ and their ability to win and persevere. When you look at Roy Jones, he's just special, period. Everything about Roy Jones say special. You never seen nobody fight like him before. He probably be the greatest, I think he is the greatest athlete to put on a pair of 10-ounce gloves. His hand speed is, you don't see nobody like him. So it's hard to say Errol Spence, Crawford, or Keith Thurman is special. What's special about them? Come on. Crawford is a very skilled guy. He's slick, he's long. But we won't know he's special until, we see him, get off the canvas officially, or we see him take a shot and just do something special. Y'all talking about, Errol is so special. Where? I don't see nothing. He's just a southpaw. You fight Crawford, you don't have that advantage. Unless he give it to you. But then again, if he fight orthodox, he know how to fight southpaw. That's why he don't want to fight him. He doesn't do anything better than him. He don't make the weight better than him. He don't have more stamina, all that starting to leave Spence. If I was in Spence camp, I would tell him to go to 54 and tell Crawford to move up. That's what I would do. Because it's in his best interest. You see him hitting Mikey Garcia, the moving pinata. The reason he could knock Mikey Garcia out wasn't because for lack of effort. He drained. He said, Jay Young says, I'm a pan for Tank. I ain't mad. Support black fighters. I ain't mad at her. The only reason Bud is a harder puncher than Errol, or it's even competitive, because Errol is drained. Errol is a drained fighter. Come on, you got to think about this dude fought that started at 54, fought officially at middleweight, fought at 47. He's just a drained fighter. He's just hurting himself. And it wouldn't surprise me if Danny Garcia gave him a competitive fight. It wouldn't surprise nobody, but y'all got to look at the facts. His best interest to make Crawford put on 2 more ounces on his glove. Maybe Crawford won weight class out his truth. Who knows? He got Crawford by the balls right now. But also, if he don't fight Crawford, what if he beat Sean Porter, he fight Keith Thurman, he move up to 54 or move up to 60 and don't get another opponent that level. Same thing for Javante Tank Davis. If Tank didn't fight Loma and T.O. move up, who else he gonna fight that's that special? What if Errol Spence never come across another Crawford again? At 54, there's not another Crawford, It ain't even that many Crawfords. And when I say Crawfords, I mean other elite lineal type of fights. You look at cruiserweight, the lineal fighters, Bevel and better be in most people's opinion. You look at heavyweight, it's Joshua and it's Fury. You look at middleweight, it's already happened. It's, Triple G and Canelo. 54, there ain't no real elite lineal fight there. Charlo probably had the toughest road to undisputed. Probably out of every 4-belt undisputed fighter, he had the toughest road. But people won't give him credit because it ain't a Crawford, it ain't an AJ, it ain't a Fury, it ain't a Better Biev, it ain't a Bevel, it ain't a Nuyuai, it ain't a Spence, it ain't a Crawford. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that elite thing. He said Mikey came to survive. You get the fuck out. Mike Tyson knocked people out that came to survive. Get out of here. Better Biev knocked people out that came to survive. Let me know when I'm lying. Get out of here. You can knock people out there. It ain't no surviving when you fighting guys like Chavez. Either you getting in there and you fighting with them or you not. I ain't trying to hear that. Oh, he survived in there, and that's why. Get out of here, man. You put Crawford in there with Mikey Garcia, either he gonna get stopped or Mikey Garcia gonna get stopped. It's one of the two. And more than likely, Mikey Garcia gonna get stopped. You here talking to me though. Go to your own channel. Look how quick that happened. Don't even talk to him. Look how quick that happened. When you go to somebody's YouTube channel and you don't like what they saying, that just show you ain't got no life. It's 10:43 on the East Coast. He said Bob versus Al happened before Spencer Crawford. Even Free Smoke Jr. know. Even though they say Crawford on his way over there. Even he know. Even he know. They already know what it is. Man, I can see behind the scenes. I know Derrick James don't want it. I know Al don't want it. You can ask the WBC. They also say he don't want it. It's cool though. Because Errol Spence ain't gonna never get another fight like Terence Crawford in his boxing career, not while he in his prime. And if he want to pass up on that type of fight, that's on him. I don't even care no more. There's no other there ain't no other fight in boxing that enamours me no more. I would just stick to the small weight classes. Because you look at heavyweight, I don't care about them English muffins. You look at cruiser, you look at light heavyweight. I even though they probably do that fight in Russia between Beterbiev and Bivol, I ain't going to Russia, but I like to go. I like to see that fight. But other than that, I just don't. Boxing is just don't do it no more for you. And the only reason I share the rumors is because I get them, and people trust me to put them out there. If people don't like them, it's just boxing is just weird. And the only weight classes that's banging is 120 is under 126, 22, 18. And he's just a whole bunch of weird fans, bro. When you get fans saying they don't want to see, oh, Spence need to do this, Crawford need to do this, and why he just can't fight Bud? Why he just can't fight Errol? Oh, Deontay need to do this and do that. Oh, he need to fight Dillian White, or you just get tired of it. You get tired of it. I don't think the fight gonna happen either. He said Derrick James talking about Crawford fight is hilarious, huh? Bud not a star. He was coached to say, yeah, he coached to say that. He very may well be the fighter of the year. If Earl win, you already know, man. Like I said before, Al Haymon don't care nothing about black people. He care about green. Al Haymon care more about Hispanics than black people. Think about this. Top Rank took Jamil Herring and marketed him being the fighting Marine. They marketed that. They found a market for that. Al Haymon didn't find no market for that. Look what he did to Deontay Wilder. Come on, look what he did to Deontay Wilder. Y'all, it ain't enough outrage about Wilder. Come on, why did Wilder get his water poison? Why did Wilder get Fury 50-50? Twice. And you telling me Bud can't get Crawford 50-50 once? Come on, man. Al Haymon never cared about Deontay Wilder. Deontay's worst move was staying with Al Haymon. He should have went to Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? What's the difference? I'd rather a white man have a knife in my back than the brother man have a knife in my back. But y'all ain't putting emphasis on that. How Al Haymon let him get took like that? Anthony Joshua is bad for boxing. It depends on how you look at it. He played the game the right. He lost and Americans uplifted him. Wilder lost and everybody said he was done. But these the same fighters that won. Like I said, man, the last fighter that I truly loved was Roy Jones. That was that era. Roy Jones, James Toney. That was the truly last fighter I loved in my lifetime. Mike Tyson. These dudes, man. Mayweather. I'll always like Mayweather, but he a mark. I'm never a Pacquiao fan. Never a De La Hoya fan. Really never was a Trinidad fan. I like Cotto. I like Austin Trout. I like Paul Williams. I like Brandon Rios. You go on a lot of love Lamont Peterson. Love Marcos Madonna, the 40-pound, Devin Alexander, Timothy Bradley. Love that whole division. That division was what boxing was like. I ain't really love no fighter since I love Roy, since Roy. James Toney, Roy, Mike Tyson. I don't really, man, these dudes are just. He said, how do you come up with English muffins? I think Big Baby Miller came up with English muffins. So I got to give credit to Big Baby Miller. What's up, Alex? I see you. He said AJL, wow, then when Leo lose to Tank, Leo gonna be fighting someone else instead. I mean, it is what it is. It's sad. I don't even think Gary Russell can knock out Leo Santa Cruz. I don't think he can administer that much pain. But y'all can ask questions. We can just chop it. I don't think he can administer that much pain. I don't understand why Leo didn't fight him. He got the longer arms. Like I said before, Al Haymon don't care about Errol Spence neither. Somebody that care about Errol Spence don't put Errol Spence in there with Danny Garcia. No matter how much Errol Spence wanted to do that, you make Errol Spence take that tune-up at 150. Wilder fought for never learning how to box. I mean, if he didn't know how to box, it's okay. He won. How many fights? Come on. He won. I mean, why would you give Tyson Fury 50-50? Come on. Somebody that came off a 2-year suspension. Come on. Tell me that. AJ don't know how to box neither. AJ got knocked out too. The difference is Wilder got knocked out by the best heavyweight in the world. AJ got knocked out by the 15th best heavyweight in the world. So why you ain't never say why AJ didn't know how to box? Why AJ ain't wake up with a chin? Why nobody say that? Get out of here. You don't see AJ giving Ruiz 50-50. Fury might not get 50-50 with AJ. So you ask me, you tell me that about Al Haymon. Who would advise him to get 50-50? He said, you don't think Gary Russell can knock out Leo Santa Cruz? No, sir. No, sir. I don't. You heard anything about Tony Harrison getting back in the ring? Nothing. He must be enjoying them checks. He was on Fred channel. So I don't know. Best of luck to that brother, though. I don't really get into the boxing politics, man. It is what it is. He was supposed to fight. I heard they wanted him to fight Nathaniel Gallimore before the Fondora fight. He said Fury a crackhead, man. I know some crackheads that'll beat a few of you niggas' asses out here. I know a few crackheads who do that. Tank said whoever wins out of him and Leo deserves to be pound for pound. George, I mean, I'm a pimp in my own mind. I'm a pimp in my own mind. He said, you think Tank he got to knock out Leo or it don't count. Tank can punch. Who's Gary Russell stopped since that got a name since what's my man's name that knocked out Abner Mares? Oh man, Johnny Gonzalez. Who's Gary stopped since? Gary can't. I don't know why they scared of Gary. He's a good fighter. But I don't see nothing special about Gary Russell. Can you do more? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, we going live for the Gaethje fight this weekend. So yeah, it might be over here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We going live for that fight this weekend. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I'll be able to go live because I got a dinner to go to Saturday. So I don't know. Who knows? He said, "What you think about Speedy Ellis?" Man, it ain't no point to talk about people who running in place. He'll never be nothing great because he with Golden Boy. His career, he need to go take his money and get a college degree. Golden Boy ain't putting him in. They ain't putting him in there with nobody. They won't put him in there with Virgil Ortiz. That boy beat that. He'd beat the taco meat out of Virgil Ortiz right now, and they still rob him. Shakur just moved up. What you mean to 130? I think he think Shakur Stevenson just he didn't. He probably thinking Shakur still at 26. Yeah, he moved up already. He said the Emirates. Hold on. One was that the Emirates. Was that I don't know. Is that a 1 or L? I don't know. 95 interim. He said Leo punching power not good. Davis won't respect his power. Get stopped 7 or less. I mean, my thing is it ain't about the power. He just don't have the defense. But if Leo tough. Leo came from poverty too. MMA champ to GOAT. Salute. He came from poverty too. So Leo, he might not get Leo out of there. It depends. He can punch. I mean, who knows? He might not get Leo. What if he chooses to box like Errol Spence versus Mikey? Wow, is that crazy? Why would you ask that? Put that question in the chat. I should block that. Don't ask that. Why would you say that to that brother, man? That ain't cool. I can't wait till somebody separates. I'm gonna block that crown. Why are you on my man's? I ain't gonna let you put you on timeout for a minute, man. You can't be saying that. He said, I can't wait till someone separates Ryan Garcia from his consciousness. They act like he's just gonna run over what's cuz name? Luke Campbell. He may not. Luke may take the dive. Who knows? He said Virgil wanted to fight Keith in his own, tweeted it today. Hopefully. Man, Keith Thurman don't want to fight nobody. Keith Thurman gonna ask for $50 million to fight Virgil Ortiz. He said Leo last fight, he got hit over 200 times. He can't take that 200 from Tank. Nope. He a good fighter though. Leo can box a bit. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, what's the odds on Leo stopping Tank? Never know. Tank could tear something. But if it's somebody that I'm not betting with or betting against or betting with, I ain't betting with Tank. You just don't know what type of Tank you gonna get. I can see Tank quitting, dog. I'm not saying he a quitter, but I wouldn't bet on Tank at all. He said, you think the best T.O., Ryan, Shakur, Haney, or Tank? I don't know. I'll probably go with Shakur or Devin. I'll probably go with them. They both seem to be the most dedicated and got the natural ability. T.O. not gonna do well above 135 pounds. Well, I mean, he's not gonna be exceptional. I don't think. I think Shakur can his skill set allows him to kind of be able to be okay in most weight classes. I think Devin, he just got so many good dimensions. Him and Errol Spence got the same arm length. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? Ryan might be on top. You never know. But it's too early to tell. Everybody think Ennis is the best. I really think Gary Russell, little brother, better than all of them. You know, he the one, but Al Haymon don't promote him or manage him. He the one. So he said Leo going 7-8 round. What if he don't go? What if it go to distance? You never know. Have anybody ever seen Leo Santa Cruz truly hurt? Boxing tends to go the opposite way. You think it's gonna be a knockout? It go to distance. Can Loma come back? Yeah, he can come back. It ain't like he ain't lost before. Yeah, Loma can come back. Why not? Come on, he going back to what, 30 or 26? It ain't like he got knocked out. I think he lost the fight more than T.O. won it, but people don't like when I say that. Come on. Yeah. Why you writing them off after 2 losses? There's a lot of guys that, you know, got 10 or 8 losses, and they got really Orlando Salido. Orlando Salido got a good resume. Nobody talk about it, though. I haven't seen Gary, little brother, fight. How good? He real good. He stopped everybody he fight. Gary and Tom Russell. It's unfortunate Al don't manage him. I think he like 17-0 with 17. He beat up Jerron Ennis in the amateurs. I think for the right to get into the the Olympics. Yeah, he 13-0 with 13 stoppages, 100% KO ratio. They ain't really putting him in there with nobody though. His last fight, I'm gonna tell you how bad they doing him. He ain't fought since the King Tug card, but hold on, I think it's this fight card. He fought on Brian Carlos Castanos and Amatoso undercard. Yeah, he nice. Berlanga, I don't know. I ain't seen enough. He just beat up my man. It wasn't nothing to see. I can't tell. I mean, when he get into a real fight, wake me up. He seemed to be able to punch. He definitely can punch. So what is he? A light heavyweight? They had his last fight at. Is he a 68 pounder? I don't know what he is. Yeah, Pacquiao lost a lot of times. You know, it happens. A lot of people that beat Pacquiao, you know, will beat every welterweight in this division or guys in this era. Who y'all lose to? You know, Marquez would beat any lightweight right now. Probably beat almost any 140 pounder if he was bigger. I never heard of Berlanga until the T.O. Oh, I heard of him. You hear about him. 68. Yeah, he fought. His last fight was like light heavyweight though. Yeah, can Loma come back? But the blueprint on how out on him, Haney and Guard. Man, they can't do what Teofimo Lopez did. The reason they can't do what he did because I ain't even gonna say the illusion. They don't punch like him. Maybe Ryan do, but Devin Haney ain't no guy that's gonna walk you down. And I don't think Ryan Garcia is a guy that's gonna walk you down. And Shakir Stevenson is more of a, you can't really compare because T.O. in Loma mind had that one hitter quitter. He was intimidated by the power. So, is those guys gonna walk Lomachenko down like T.O. did? Maybe so, maybe not. Who knows? But ain't none of them cracking. Maybe Ryan Garcia like T.O. is. So, we'll see. If Spence come back, doesn't look the same, do you think he should hang it up? No, he got a family to feed. And that's only one fight. So, maybe, I can see if he came back and, he fought Rod Salk and he got dropped like 3 or 4 times. But I think he coming back too high of a caliber fighter. No matter if he win or lose, he could win and some could still hurt or not be the same. I just think he should have came back versus a lesser opponent. But when you need the money, when you went through, who knows if he had health care or not? Who knows if he paying for his own health care? I know Shannon Sharp said he paid $30,000 out of his own pocket for his health care. So what Spence is doing indicates that he need money. You know what I'm saying? A person that don't need money, they not rushing back to get in the ring. And y'all see he got these cars. You see these fighters have these cars and all that. A lot of times what look good, what shine is always not silver and gold. A lot of these fighters, I know the Charlo twin said he's still making payments. He said he making payments on one of his cars. I forget what it was. He said it was a bad investment. But a lot of these dudes, they had these cars and them payments don't stop. You think these niggas going to the, like Mayweather, they going to the Ferrari and buying a Ferrari for cash money? I doubt it. All that add up. He got daughters. So they got tuition, they got wants, they got needs. He got property taxes, he got a house he got to maintain. He said he retired his mama and daddy, so they kind of depended on him. He got probably a baby mama, maybe got a girl on the side. So you got all them cars, that Ferrari that had to get fixed, and that was insurance rates went up. Got cases he got to fight. It's just a lot you got to do. So him rushing back just indicate he need money. Nobody looking at it that way. If he came back versus Bozo the Clown, I wouldn't clown him. He really should have came back at 151, 152 and did a tune-up. But him rushing back to fight Danny on pay-per-view, either he need money or he just young and dumb. That's all it is. David Benavidez is killing his own career just like his brother. They killing their own career. So he can't be dangerous until we get right. He'll never be the elite fighter. And who knows? It may not be no elite fighters at 168 pounds. It may not be no elite fighters at 168. Who knows? I don't know. I can't say David Benavidez is dangerous. What has he done to be dangerous? Same thing for Caleb Plant. What has he done to be dangerous? I don't see no elite fighters at 68 until they fight each other. None. They trying to build a super fight at 68. What super fight in America been at 68? Come on. That's what you got to ask yourself. But either Errol Spence is overconfident. They tried to talk him into taking a softer fight. He didn't do it. He said the youngest champion, super middleweight, 2-time 82. All right, let me ask you this. Y'all keep asking questions. Let me ask you this. Hold on. Spence in the lead press conference would have been funny. Hold on. Yeah, that dude was weird. Hold on. He said the youngest champion in super middleweight. All right, you tell me who is David Benavidez beat at the 168-pound limit? Trayvon Brandt say, what is Terence fighting for? He getting money. That's what he fighting for. He making $4 million fighting Kell Brook. What you talking about what he fighting for? Obviously, he fighting for money. People be killing me. Oh, what is Errol Spence fighting for? Who has he fought? Who is he fighting? If he beat Keith Thurman, it's been done. If he beat Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman did it. He beat Sean Porter barely. Kell Brook Who else did it? Kell Brook, Keith Thurman. It was somebody else that beat on him. I can't remember. Didn't he lose again? So that's all I'm saying. What is Errol Spence fighting for? He just basically fighting after Keith Thurman. That's like if Keith Thurman if him and Keith Thurman got a girl, he hit and Keith Thurman hit first, and he cleaned up after Keith Thurman every time. What is Errol Spence fighting for? Danny Garcia ain't shit at welterweight. Excuse my French. Come on, what has Danny Garcia done? And once again, like I asked Carlos, who is David Benavidez beat? I'm still waiting for him to rebuttal. Come on, what has Errol Spence done? Beat Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia, he's scared to fight Lomachenko. I'm still waiting on Carlos. Yeah, I'm tripping. You tell what has Errol Spence done so phenomenal? Tell me. He fighting everybody that Keith Thurman fought. Am I lying? Come on. If Mikey Garcia was a man, he would have beat Lomachenko if Lomachenko was scared of Teofimo Lopez's power, he would at least been respectable. And that's what I'm saying, Carlos. None of these dudes fought nobody, bruh. At 68. So I think Benavidez the most talented fighter at 68 physically and skills wise? Yeah. Because Caleb Plant is a natural 60-pounder. You know, will he reach his potential? No. They moved out of Phoenix and moved to Seattle, and he still love the dude to death. Great fighter as a fighter. You know, I think, you know, if he get dedicated, you know, maybe they should move out the country. He should move to the UK. I don't know. Jordan say Crawford did something Spence hasn't do, clean up a division and move up. Yeah, he's moved up twice and cleaned up 2 divisions. You know, if he wasn't for Adrian Broner turning down a Ricky Burns fight, he wouldn't have had that fight. But it is what it is. You know, who was Terence Crawford fought that's better than Danny Garcia? Victor Postal. Didn't he drop his belt? Yurgis Gamboa had more talent than Danny Garcia. I can keep going on and on. Jeff Horn might beat on Danny Garcia. Brandon Rios is beating on him for a minute. Danny Garcia ain't nothing special. Like Nate Campbell said, he fought him on an 8 or 9 day notice, and he really beat him. He lost to Kendall Holt. You can make a case he almost lost to Eric Morales. He was 50 years old. He lost to Ashio Theophane back in the day. Rob Kendall Holt lost to Mauricio Herrera. Get out of here. You can keep going on and on. Danny Garcia not that good. Terence Crawford fought better opposition. That's easy. Sean Porter, he lost. He had a draw with Julio Diaz, for God's sake. And who else? Danny Garcia, I just named off his resume. He lost like 30,000 people. Lamont Peterson, good fighter, but that wasn't that was an old Lamont Peterson. Lucas Matisse stopped him in what? 2 rounds. Victor Ortiz put Lamont Peterson down like 10 times and got robbed. Amir Khan got robbed by him. What are you talking about? Gamboa more talented than anybody Errol Spence fought. Just talking about talent. That's a fact. Come on. We talking about talent. Danny Garcia never was more talented than Gamboa. Neither was Sean Porter. Not Keith Thurman. You probably can say if he fight Keith Thurman, yeah. He ain't fought nobody. And then when you think about it, he a 54. Come on, I ain't got time to keep going over this. He said Al Haymon don't believe in Spence like that. If he did, Al Haymon would have made Crawford fight already. Even Floyd Mayweather said Crawford the best fighter right now. Nobody want to talk about that. He lost to more than Mauricio Herrera. If Danny Garcia beat everybody that Errol Spence beat, why he dug Victor Postal? Why he dropped his belt and paid Victor Postal not to fight? Come on. Why he dug Victor Postal then? You didn't even know that. Shut up before I block you. Don't speak until spoken to. Who was his name? Bo, whatever your name is. I thought he lost. He lost a lot of fights. Go watch the Theophane. He lost to Ashio Theophane. Hey, B, I stopped that boy. Come on. He said Terence Crawford fighting Kell Brook. Well, didn't Kell Brook, he said someone who got stopped twice. Didn't he get stopped right before he fought Errol Spence? Didn't he get stopped and cut 13 pounds? More than 13 pounds, but then he had to cut 13 pounds. Didn't he have a broken eye before he fought Errol Spence? But then he got 2 or 3 wins before he fight Terence Crawford. See, I can do that. See, I can do that. Danny Garcia got more losses on his resume than Kell Brook should. How many losses Danny Garcia got? 2. Don't forget, Kell Brook beat the guy that Danny Garcia couldn't beat in Sean Porter. Come on, stop it. At least Kell Brook had the balls to move up to 160. Errol Spence scared to go to 54 because he'd just be another Lubin. Another Lubin. Another Lubin. And people say, he's fighting Kell Brook. Come on, at least Kell Brook coming off a win. He ain't coming off an eye injury. Stop it. Who you think you playing with? Yeah, Brook hurt Spence. He said his neck was hurting for like a week, 2 weeks. Something salute. He said, yeah, Kell Brook was coming off a loss and a broken eye before. Come on, people act like that didn't happen. Get out of here. And if Kenny Porter wants Sean to step up, make him fight. Stop robbing your son and let your son keep his money. If Keith Thurman want to step up, he can step up. He can easily got that fight. Why you need more money to stop that dude? He stopped brutally. But he made middleweights brave. He said it's always excuses for Errol Spence. While Errol Spence doing everything that you want to come on, Trayvon Branch? You want to come on? You want to come on? I put my headphones on. You want to come on? And show your face too. Because I want to see what your mama made. I want to see what your mama made. I want to see what she should have swallowed. Was that 20 years ago, 30 years ago? Talking about every excuse. What's the excuse for Errol Spence not fighting Terence Crawford? What's the excuse? Come on. Ain't nobody make him go drink that drink to crash his car. Come on. Anything negative? No, I don't have to say nothing negative about somebody that want to fight the best. I ain't got to say nothing negative. Like I said, you want to come on, pussy? Like I thought, before I block you. Let me block him. Let me get him. Get out of here. Tell your mama she should have swallowed you 20 years ago. The mistake she let go into her clique. The mistake she should have took up the butt. Come on. You know what? Like I said, just honest stuff. What's the excuse about Spence not moving up? Hold on, what that? Why ain't Spence moved up? Well, Jermell Charlo is said, no, I ain't see Lion King. I think that was live, man. I wanted to get on, but I was a little bit busy, so I didn't want to interrupt him. He said, I like Earl, but it's clearly that's all you gotta say. He ducking. They said Marvin Hagler didn't want to fight Mike McCollum. It's cool. It's cool. We already know what's gonna happen. That boy gonna get stopped like a school bus on Monday morning. But nobody want to have that conversation. I upgraded the StreamYard. I had to. XSplit was just getting on my nerves. Spence got unfinished business there. Ain't no unfinished business. Just move up. Look, think about it for a minute. That was false. He said Spence turned down 20. That was false. That was fake. They didn't ever offer him $20 million. That never happened. But let me address this real quick. He said Spence got think about it for a minute. By the time Crawford moved up to 147, right? Spence should have already fought Keith Thurman twice. He should have been at 54. This fight shouldn't even be a topic. Think about it for a minute. It shouldn't even be a topic. Spence and Crawford shouldn't even be a topic. Spence should be at 54, 2 or 3 titles on his way up to 60. Easy. It should have been done already. He should have been fought Keith Thurman. So how we gonna expect him to fight Terence Crawford and he can't fight Keith Thurman? They're gonna put $100 tab on Keith Thurman and Errol Spence next year. Watch what I tell you. He says, I don't even know where that comment went. Did somebody block that comment? There we go. He says, who don't give me Gamboa Postal? Crawford was good. He said, I never thought Crawford was good. Why don't Errol Spence? Let me get him out of here. These dudes just get out of here, man. Feel sorry for your mother. I'm going to keep blocking y'all come in here, local dummy box community. So Thurman didn't duck. At the end of the day, hold on, let me answer this one. So Thurman didn't duck. If Crawford got assigned to PBC to get the Spence fight, then why don't PBC make fights on their side of the street? How you duck somebody if Al Haymon got all the power? If Al Heyman wanted Spence to fight Thurman, why he didn't make it happen? Come on, get out of here. So you expect them to make him and Crawford? They can't even make him and Keith Thurman. They had to run down Sean Porter. They had to put the pistol in Sean Porter head for him to fight him, and Sean Porter found out that he ain't that good. Come on. Al Heyman didn't want to feed Thurman. Who knows? Thurman might beat on Spence. Y'all don't know that. Y'all conditioned to believe that Spence will beat on Thurman. Come on, Thurman got a lot of advantages in that fight. Speed, foot speed. He can punch. He'd be the biggest puncher that he fought before he fought Danny Garcia. He might be a bigger puncher than Danny Garcia. Who knows? What we do know is Keith Thurman. I'm not even a big Keith Thurman fan no more. But we do know is Keith Thurman can take a punch. We know Keith Thurman gonna fight with some heart. We don't know if Bud and Errol can take a shot. We don't know that. Not from a guy like, that could thump. Come on. Yeah, I got you. I'm going to send it to you now. I got to put my headphones on first. Hold on. I got my polo red. I done broke my polo red box, y'all. I got to go get that polo purple. I got black, red. I got to find me a booster, bro. Oh, let me see what this dude just sent. Hold on. Oh, he just sent me a flight. Yeah, I can fly for free. Hold on. Let me see if I got my headphones tapped in. Give me a minute. Camera and microphone. Let me test. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna send you an invite. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Oh yeah, I ain't got the one you emailed me on. I ain't got that email on my computer, so I gotta put it in my phone. I got time. I don't see why people just don't say. Like, I want to ask y'all this, if y'all can hear me. Why can't just Spence fight him before the accident? Why that fight never happened? That's all I want to know. Why that fight never happened? When has Terence Crawford showed you that he ducked anybody? I can tell you that Spence, he didn't want to fight him. That's the only guy I could think Spence ducked. And I do know he ducked Randall Bailey. That might not have been him, but Randall Bailey said he didn't fight. He didn't want to. Al Heyman turned it down for him. So we do know Al Heyman turned down fights with Spence. That's a fact. And it's cool. I'm gonna say everybody usually ducks somebody usually in boxing. Now, Nate Campbell said he ain't ducked nobody. You could probably say Muhammad Ali, you can find a guy that he ducked. You probably could say some guys ducked a rematch. If I fought you and I legitimately beat you, I don't really owe you a rematch. But hold on. I don't owe you a rematch. So Joe Frazier probably never ducked nobody. He said you fly free. I haven't made your way to Sunshine State. Yeah, I don't really abuse it. I ain't really flew nowhere in a minute. Usually when I fly with my girl, I pay because she gotta. I want to make sure we get on the same flight because I got my dad flight privileges. So my brother, he be using it up more than I do. I just don't really I don't really see no sense to really go out there and go nowhere really. I like going to New York. That's about it. For now, I want Crawford to move up and fight Jamil. Man, stop saying his name in my chat. That dude's an idiot. Until Adonis I should play Bernie's shit. But I ain't going to do it, bro. He said Roy Jones never ducked no. Yeah. Like I said, you got certain guys. But you had, people said that Marvin ducked Mike McCallum. You can't blame him. Mike McCallum would probably be easily the best fighter in this era. Mike McCallum, one of my underrated favorites. My favorite is Aaron Pryor. Just going back. Aaron Pryor was an animal. He everything you want in a fighter. Everything. I'm just trying to. What has Crawford showed y'all that he ducked? Nowhere. He cleaned out a division. I can't say he cleaned out lightweight, but I don't even know who was at lightweight. AB was the king when he left, so Crawford came right up after him. So it depends. I can't say Crawford ever ducked nobody. I don't know. I don't really have nobody behind the scenes to really say like, oh, he didn't duck. We do know Errol Spence, Al ducked Randall Bailey. He said that. We do know he ducked Randall Bailey. If it was Al Haymon, it was him. I don't blame him. Randall Bailey is probably he probably the hardest puncher in the last. Sheesh, he can punch. That's all I can say. Randall Bailey can punch. That's what we can say. Randall Bailey can punch. I wouldn't want to fight Randall Bailey in a street fight. And I probably weigh 100 more pounds than him. I won't fight no Randall Bailey. I'm getting a gun. Straight up and down. He's a pussy. Yeah, Randall Bailey can punch. I wish I could pull up that clip of him and Mike Jones. I should risk it. So y'all can see what he did to Mike Jones. What's going on?
So, dog. Hey, do you
ever see that knockout when he knocked out Mike Jones?
Randall Bailey? I saw it a few weeks ago. You got the you got the little blocks underneath the window?
Yeah, which one you want to go to?
The one with the two smaller boxes in it. Thank you. One? Yeah, I don't know why that big ass shit bothers me so much. But I think it's an OCD thing.
He said Al Haymon blocking fights thing. I mean, every promoter, if he don't feel that it's the right move, matchmaking is essential in boxing. Without matchmaking, everybody had like 5 or 6 losses. Because everybody will be fighting everybody. PBC don't have good matchmaking. That's the difference.
Matchmaking is the problem with the sport.
I mean, not necessarily.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. I just think if you got the promoters before the matchmakers.
Yeah.
The matchmakers might say, I think Tank could beat Lomachenko. What if they were saying that to Al Haymon and Al like, nah.
Yeah, Al's not versed in that art. No, nobody on his team is.
His matchmakers is Luis de Cubas and
they good at conning people out of money though.
Yeah, I mean, you would think obviously that Top Rank would have the best matchmaking because they've been in boxing how long?
Since Ali started it.
Yeah, so they got the best matchmaking. So I think the best promoter in boxing when it comes to making fights, you gonna laugh at me, but it's Oscar De La Hoya.
Well, the attempts, I would say his attempts, yes.
Think about it. He sent JoJo Diaz to fight Gary Russell.
Yeah.
He let Chavez, who was an Al Haymon fighter, fight Canelo. Yeah. He sent Linares to fight Lomachenko. He tried to make Leo and Grimo Rigondeaux, and then he sold Leo contract back to Al Haymon because he cried to Al.
Yeah.
Oscar De La Hoya is perhaps, other than being like not knowing how to promote or like black people, whatever you want to say about him, but he's been the most proactive as working with everybody. If Oscar De La Hoya, if you had to give me one guy other than Dana White to come in boxing and say he get to run the whole boxing, I would say Oscar De La Hoya.
But let me ask you this: were his best fights made during the Schaefer years or on his own?
I mean, on his own too. JoJo Diaz, Linares. I mean, Oscar fought the best as a fighter, though.
He did. He never won the big fights, but
I ain't mad at him.
But he was in the big fights. Oscar, the problem with Oscar is the extracurricular activities. And I think a lot of fighters don't fuck with him over that.
I agree with that, but I'm just looking at the dude that's making the most attempts. Right. He ain't hide nobody. Canelo is his own entity. I really believe now that Canelo is an isolated incident. I think Oscar wants to make the mall fighting. It's just Canelo. What you think?
Say it one more time. I didn't quite compute, man. I'm a little
Canelo.
slow.
I think it's not. It's Canelo, not Oscar, about making the big fights.
It's Canelo. Canelo calls the shots. We are, when we went over the legal paperwork a month ago, Canelo calls the shots.
So, Oscar just don't know how to promote black fight. But if you had to give me one person not named Dana White to come in and say, make the best fights in boxing, Oscar De La Hoya truly wants to make the best fights. He does.
Yeah. Yeah. He does, but nobody takes him seriously.
I mean, that's his fault right there,
Yeah.
But he'd send anybody anywhere. He didn't have to send Linares to sacrifice to Lomachenko. He did it.
Plus, at the top rank, not the top rank, but the Golden Boy site still looks like it did a couple of years ago. Nobody ever gonna take this dude seriously. I think he's literally they're gasping for the last bits of airs of promotion on the zone. I think once DAZN fold, I say DAZN is going to fold within 6 to 8 months.
You know where he's going to go, though.
What?
He's going to go back to his daddy, yep.
Yep. And I think daddy might be gone within a year or two.
I don't think he's leaving.
Nah, I didn't say he was leaving, bro.
Oh, you talking about
I'm talking about that long nap.
Oh, you talking about that caddy?
I'm talking about that long ass nap.
Talking about that caddy. That stretchy.
I'm talking about that carpet freshener, motherfucker.
Yeah, his stepson gonna take it over. Todd the Buff. Is it Todd the Buff or is it
I think it's the Buff.
The Buff. What's the other one that make the? It's a Carl Moretti. He's the one that matchmake.
He's the matchmaker, but the Buff is the guy.
Yeah,
but yeah, I just don't see. I don't see old Bob hanging. Bob is on his last legs, dog.
Yeah, that's maybe where he want to see the best fights.
Yeah, hate to keep it like that. So 704 Joe, man, what's up, man?
I mean, what you think? I mean, he had a life. You know, his son actually passed away. What was that? Like 10 years ago?
Who? Aarons?
Yeah, Aaron's actual son passed away about HBO.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, 11 and 12. So I don't know how involved he was in boxing. He said facts. Aaron Pryor's everything he wanted to fight, or everything. Speed, heart. He'll fight anybody. Yeah. You know, he's one of those guys that he didn't care if he had 10 losses. You know, that's just that Midwest blood, though. The Midwest produced the best fighters. That's just a fact.
Yeah, Nate wants to get Aaron's son on the show and talk about Aaron soon. So
he fought. I can't forget who he fought, but he fought a few fights. I seen him fight.
Yeah, but he wants him to come on and talk about his dad because Nate reveres his dad so much. I revere his dad. We were talking about those belts, man. How you feel about
what's happening? Go ahead. You go ahead. You
said what was happening?
I was watching.
Yeah, what'd you think about that?
I mean, nobody want to make their own belt. Just like black people don't want to make their own designer.
Yeah.
You know, you got a black person that make the same better thing than Gucci, better material, all that.
How many people a day do you hear or that you hear about online talking about how the WBC and the IBF and all these other sanctioning bodies are fucking over the colored fighter? But they not putting any ideas and actions for it. So
I mean, my idea was come up with a sanction belt body that actually provided, you know, Medicare and stuff to the fighters, that gave back to the fighters. Everybody, instead of paying maybe 2%, 2.5%, pay 5% in the top 15, and the money go back to the fighters. You know, maybe a 401k or something like that.
That's how it should be, because it should be a union. It should be a real boxers union. But it's all about that. It's all about that money. If you take care of the fighters will take care of the sport. And it's really a cowboy sport still. It's the only sports model in the world that is the way that it is. It is completely fucked up. And you know, then you got fanboys out here who don't really put in the work to understand the sport. I always claiming racism, always claiming this, and that. If you claiming racism, you claiming this and that, do something and start something. Everybody's supposed to. I mean, I ain't gonna go there. I almost went there.
My whole thing is you got all these dudes that's huge boxing fans like Warren Buffett, Magic Johnson. They can help you put a sanctioned belt body together.
It don't even take that much.
But they got the capital though.
There's no capital needed.
But that entices the fighter to fight for them.
1998 or 99, WBC got sued over some shit with Roy Jones. They almost declared bankruptcy.
That wasn't the first time.
Over a couple of $1 million.
WBA, Austin Trout suing the WBO right now.
Yeah, motherfuckers live hand to mouth. They live hand to mouth.
Yeah, and think about the ideas that those billionaires can come up with. Branding, sponsorship. So instead of having just faces on there, maybe you have sponsorships, you know, and they need a brand ambassador for boxing.
This is the thing. Armin says it's a big investment. It's not, man. Do a little research. It's really not. They make a belt. They build themselves into the sport, and they're accepted, and they make money off of that.
But just like Nate said earlier, what'd he say? He said you just got to put the belts around the biggest stars in boxing.
Exactly. And if you take the biggest stars in boxing away from those sanctioning bodies, what are they going to do?
But my whole thing is this too. You want to actually make the belt give it back to the fighter instead of how much money black fighters have given to Mexican communities or
it's probably billions.
Hispanic billions of dollars. They didn't put how many kids through college?
A lot.
Where's that money going back? It ain't going to Make-A-Wish. None of the money funnels back to the.
It's going to the Canelo Negro College Fund.
None of the money funnels back in sports to the black community. No matter the Black Lives Matter don't funnel to it. How many times you see a athlete going to a school, but it's a school in the suburbs?
Not very often.
You don't see them go to the hood.
No. Those proceeds don't even go to the box. I grew up boxing in a police athletic league, and so the police funded it, taxpayers funded it a little bit, but I never saw the WBC, the IBF, or any of those fucking sanctioning bodies at our places.
Or they don't never get the money to the amateur fighters or to the kids that's trying to get to the nationals. You know how many kids don't get to nationals just based off of financial issues?
Shit, probably 90%.
Yep.
It's high.
Yeah, these boxing these sanctioning bodies don't care about nobody but their pockets.
No, and it's boxing is one of the few sports that really I don't see the giving back, the reciprocation, the circle of life. And I've been saying this for years. Boxing, as it contracts, it will in 20 years. Boxing will be like badminton and shit if it keeps going the way that it's going.
It's already didn't it get what's that the sport called? Was it called cornhole?
Cornhole?
It did more whatever you throw the little bag into the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, better ratings than some of the top ranked summer cards.
Damn.
You laughing, but it's a fact.
I know. I'm just saying that's a fucking shame. That is an absolute fucking shame. Damn.
You love boxing. I grew up loving boxing. It might have been my second love. It was basketball and then boxing. It wasn't no football for me. Not to that at that point. So I grew up watching boxing. I boxed a bit too. It's just that my father wouldn't let me continue to box.
Yeah, man. Boxing is such when you get in a ring and it's you and another person. You got those butterflies. I don't give a fuck what you say unless you've been in 20, 30 fights. You have those butterflies, but once you get that first punch thrown or you get hit by that first punch,
you ain't thinking about getting knocked out.
There's nothing like it.
You're not thinking about getting knocked out or knocked out.
No, you in a fight.
Yeah, that's why people say, "Oh, he was just so reckless." Now, when you get hit, you might be like, when you get hit, you kind of know where the fight kind of gonna go.
Yeah.
If you get hit, you like, okay, maybe I could take his power, maybe I can't take his power. But boxing is the only just gentleman sport, straight up and down. It's a gentleman sport.
Yes, it's mano a mano, bro, and you can't beat it. The only sport I ever thought was greater was track. I love track. I'm a track guy, but as far as the one-on-one aspect goes, it doesn't get any better. It really doesn't.
The only sport I enjoyed kind of more one-on-one was maybe tennis.
Yeah, I love watching tennis. I just love watching tennis, man.
That's the only sport I prefer female over male.
Oh yeah, me too. And I mean, I'm talking about going back to Navratilova. That's how much I love tennis. When Navratilova or Navratilova was doing her fucking thing when she was the monster. And then the Williams sisters came along some years later.
And I that's kind of was my era with them. Sharapova.
But I remember Steffi Graf. I remember what's her name? This chick from Spain. I can't remember her name. Had like 3 names. But man, you got some competitors. But tennis is the shit. It's the shit, bro. Man.
It kind of fell off too because it ain't no real male and dominant American male no more.
Nah.
I can watch that. I do enjoy the top end male games.
Yeah. Well, when I was growing up, it was McEnroe, Jimmy Connors, Beyond Born Borg. Who else? It's a lot of motherfuckers. Agassi.
Agassi,
Well,
Pete
yeah,
Sampras.
yeah. Y'all don't know, man. Agassi was a superstar. He wasn't even the best tennis player alive. He was just a fucking super. He's kind of like Anna Kournikova was, just way better.
His dad forced him to play, didn't he?
Yeah. His dad's
He
a
didn't wanna
doctor and
play.
shit or something like that. And I remember Anna Kournikova was making more money than motherfuckers playing tennis because she was attractive.
Same. And with tennis, dude, it's always gonna be prevalent because it's a rich person sport. So you can never diminish it. You can never diminish it though.
Boy, I remember the first time I went to a golf tournament. I went to the Byron Nelson, and saw Tiger Woods. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all have never been to a golf tournament, y'all understand what wealth is. People, you can tell the difference between a poor motherfucker on a golf course and a rich motherfucker all day, every day. It's a different animal.
I didn't understand when I started playing that it was rich and poor. You had to dress a certain way to get on the course.
Yeah,
a lot of courses I went to. In the par 3 course, you can dress. I never did a tournament. I did contests and all that, but I never got to the tournament part. But yeah, it's definitely a rich person sport.
Motherfucker walking around in $200 Lacoste shirts.
And then people don't think of it as it being an athletic sport.
It's an athletic sport, bro.
You ain't lying. And everybody on the course got to walk. Everybody that play on the tour have to walk the course.
You know what type of torque development you have to build in your body to swing a golf club 200 or 300 yards? You're a bad motherfucker.
Man, it's just consistency. Just swing it and it'll go where you want it to go.
Arguably, that's harder than hitting a baseball. It's harder than hitting a baseball.
Yeah, consistency. That's the thing about golf. It's about doing everything the same thing over and over again with consistency.
Yep.
That's what that's what I love about it.
And I got to see Tiger Woods in his prime. That's what I loved about I've seen him twice. I saw him at the Byron and I saw him at the Colonial. And I got to see him in his prime. I ain't seen this broke down Tiger.
He had black grandmas watching tennis, bro.
Yeah.
Every black people watching tennis. He was transcendent. He was to what Wayne Gretzky was to NHL to hockey and what Michael Jordan was to basketball.
Yeah. Rod Rodriguez says the Olympics female volleyball teams are, man, female volleyball is the shit.
You ain't lying.
Boy, I remember, it's still girls from high school. I'm like, man, when I see you, I remember you. Shit. Like, damn.
Yeah, Billie Jean King, yep.
Yeah.
He actually had some dope Nikes.
Yeah, he had those cross trainers. Yeah, Agassi had a shoe the same time Bo did.
I forgot about Bo's shoe. Deion had a shoe. Barry had a shoe.
Yeah. Now, funny story about them Deion shoes. One of my best friends at high school was a klepto, and he worked at Ross. And they used to get those the Deion shoes after they had their run. That motherfucker stole every pair of Deion Sanders. I didn't know Deion Sanders had like 18 different colors of that shoe. Till my boy was wearing them every day to school. Like, damn nigga, how you getting these shoes? But man, hey, if it was in Ross, my boy stole it. So, he said, I got it at Ross.
He said, I got a pair of the Bo sneakers. You got that's a good kind of, for a sneakerhead to do.
Yeah.
Probably the best non-basketball gym shoe.
Yeah. I only wear those cross trainer Nike Air Max. I love low top shoes now. When I was a basketball player,
you have to take mid top. It gave you the ankle support.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's why
they're not over my ankle.
See, that's why one of my coaches said you never wear the 3/4 or the lows.
Yeah.
And even with an ankle support, you always go high. So I always wore the high ones.
Yeah, the only shoes you wear with low ankle support are track shoes.
Yeah, that got to be the only ones.
Yeah. So, and I remember I wanted a pair of those when I was running track. I wanted a pair of those Michael Johnson gold shoes.
Yeah, I still remember those.
Yeah, the 96s. Boy.
Yeah. You ever remember the Prestos they had too? And in like the early 2000s, the little Presto Nikes, they kind of looked like they was soft. They was track shoes.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I do.
I missed them. So that was the most comfortable shoes to run in, dog.
Yeah, man.
The Air Zoom Turfs. Man, Ken Griffey had a dope shoe too, low key.
Ken Griffey had a badass shoe, bro.
Yeah, he did. It was a nice shoe. It was real. I had some. I messed them up though.
Ken Griffey is a motherfucker I would love to talk to. Because Ken Griffey is like the greatest baseball player that never was. That should have been.
Yeah, but he was clean.
Yeah, he was clean. But the thing is, I remember I got my dad bought me the first whole set of what's the baseball card? I can't think of the name of it. But these were the first high gloss baseball cards. My dad bought me the whole set of them bitches. I had 6 Ken Griffey Jr. rookies in that that whole set. You know how much them fucking rookie cards were going for back in the day?
How much?
Hundreds. Hundreds of dollars. If it was signed, even better. But right off the rip, and I don't even know if hundreds was at the peak. But
it was an upper deck.
Upper deck. Yeah, upper deck. I had 6. You know, you just a kid. You don't know any better, but these motherfuckers, hey, them adults was trading them baseball cards like crack cocaine, man.
My granddad had a whole bunch of like you ever seen one of those photo books with all your old photo pictures we used to put them in?
Yeah,
he had a photo book for the cards.
Yeah, that's how people used to keep it in a notebook with the little sleeves.
And my cousin came from North Carolina a couple summers ago looking for it, right?
Yeah.
And I think my uncle gave it to his son. He's like, I'm looking for those baseball cards. He was like, Niles got them. I'm like,
trying to scoop them shits. Get paid.
My granddaddy had, because he used to coach baseball, he had like probably 50 bats in his garage. And in his garage, he had he had this bat holder where they had all these Louisville bats in the top. Man, he still got bats in there. He used to give it to us as a kid.
Damn. Kobe 2K says, I work out in Cortez. Man, I can never find Cortez as my size. You can't find a Cortez in a 15.
You got like a 20-foot, dude.
When Cortez were popular, when I started seeing Cortez in 1990. So in 1990, I was 5th grade. So I was wearing like a men's 11. And I couldn't get them.
Something say Nike Prestos make you feel like that was the best running shoe. I used to do the what's that event where you run and you jump in the sandbox?
Oh, you talking about a long jump? Yeah,
I did the long jump, but I would never know runner. I remember my man's he ran distance, whatever the longest one you run at.
Oh, I don't know. At high school, I think it's the 5,000.
Whatever it was, he volunteered to do it. Man, he threw up, bro. He finished though.
Yeah. I don't know if you run a 5,000 in high school. I'm trying to remember, man.
I forget what it was. It was whatever one it was a distance in. He did it though.
Now, you know, the hard race for me, because I was a sprinter, man, is doing a fucking 800. 400 was hard, but I tried the 800 one time. I said, like, never again, nigga. The 400 is hard enough. It's hard to sprint 400 yards. I respect the motherfucker. That's why I respect Johnson.
That's four football fields.
Yep. Shit. Yep. I mean, literally end zone to end zone, the end of the end zone to the end of the end zone. That's 100 meters. Shit.
That's football fields.
Yep.
The sprint though, not pace yourself.
Well, you got to think of it. 100 meters is 10 yards longer. So that's 4 football fields plus 40. Plus 40 feet. Shit. Nike Pretzels make you feel okay. Kobe 2K says I was in LA last year. My sister-in-law, who is Mexican, told me Cortez are game banging shoes. Damn right they are.
That's who buying them on.
Shit.
Cross country, the longest run in Michigan. No, it wasn't cross country at the time though. It was part of the actual track meet. See, cross country is where you just running. It's just like a whole bunch of people. You running miles.
It's like 4 or 5 miles, some shit like that.
Yeah, this was part of it was like the 400, the 800, but this was actually an actual event. I can't remember how long it was running though.
It wasn't a marathon. They weren't doing marathons when I was in high school. I don't remember it.
I don't remember what it was. He said Agassi had a first pair. Agassi had a first pair for $200 sneakers. Sheesh.
Man, that's way back. That's 30 years ago.
So that's probably like what $400 sneakers right now.
Yeah. What the balls tried to do, it was done.
Yeah, I respect him trying to be an innovator and try to show his son how to get money. He just didn't know how to do it.
Yeah. Kobe says, I ran cross country and New Balances are the shit.
Them and Asics.
Yep, New Balance. I fucks with New Balance and Asics.
Remember, Zaconis was a shoe back in the 90s. Everybody had a pair of Zaconis.
Yeah, we used to call them track
shoes. Everybody had track shoes on. For fashion.
I love comfort. Fuck the bullshit.
He said, "What you know about Michael Chang?"
Nothing. Enlighten me.
I'm about to ask you. You know Michael Chang, man?
I don't know shit about Michael
Chang.
Shit, I remember. I remember Cross Colors. I remember FUBU.
FUBU, baby. FUBU Platinum. Carl Kanai.
Yep. You remember Slick?
No, I remember them.
Yeah, overalls, man. The bitches was clean as motherfucker.
British Knights.
Yep. BK, my dad had the Michael Jacksons.
Yep.
My mom bought them for him. My dad's the only black dude tough enough to wear Michael Jacksons.
You had a Tommy.
It looked like a man in them.
90s was a junk. Tommy's Guess, Jabot. What else you had? Nanica Composition.
Man,
you thought you was a junk with a Nanica.
Bro, I had Lee's and Levi's growing up. My mom wouldn't pay no $70 for no Jabots, bro.
He said, I love Chuck still to this day. I don't know how they hooped in them.
Bro, I don't know how motherfucker hooped in them motherfucker. I remember I had some what kind of Chucks did I have? I had some red and blue.
I had some blue ones at one point.
Yeah.
I thought I was fresh with them joints on.
Man, my feet hurt all fucking day.
Look, he said Michael Chang was a dog tennis player. He had the Reebok pumps.
Okay, I know who you're talking about now. I remember him vaguely. I know who you're talking about. Now, D Browns, you don't remember the D Brown pumps?
Yeah, I do. He pumped him up before he did the what was the little dunk he did with the no look? Yeah. He won off that joint too.
Hey, that shit was clean for that time.
He said Will dropped 100 in Chucks. Wow. Yeah, Will.
Yeah. Fucking feet hurt.
You walking on concrete, dude, or hardwood.
And those soles were rubber, bro.
Still is. I don't know about this.
I ain't put on a pair of Chucks since I was in the 7th, 8th grade. So
that's the last time I had a pair on. They came back when I was like in the 8th grade. My mom had no problem buying that $30 shoe.
Kevin Brooks says, my parents was big on Levi's. That's all I wear now. For real. Salute to y'all. Yeah, I still wear some. Y'all the best dudes talking boxing, man. Listen, that fucking the fucking Levi's shit. I got a pair that's like 10 years old.
I still wear. I don't wear nothing else. I can't find everything else look tight and just fruity-ish.
Levi been around 150 years. There ain't nothing. You can't beat them.
They got a store out here.
Shit, this is Texas. Where you think it's all over? Shit, the outlets, the regular stores, shit, boots, shit. That's what I need to do. I need to put aside some money for some boots because I know my boots gonna cost a grip. I'm probably end up paying like 2 stacks for some boots I want.
You talking about some work boots? You just talking about some?
Nah, nigga, I'm talking about some cowboy boots.
Oh, you talking about some cowboy? Oh, you on your Jerry Jones?
But what I'm gonna do? You can put athletic soles on boots.
Oh, you can?
Oh, fuck yeah! That's what I want them with athletic soles because I need the comfort. I ain't trying to slide across shit.
Them boys do look like they're hard to walk in.
No, they're not actually. They're comfortable generally, except you're not walking a bunch. So
imagine we work some cowboy boots up here, man. Look at this dude up here. They probably look at this dude right here. He got some cowboy boots on, huh, boy?
I'm gonna tell motherfuckers that don't know. Ain't nothing like kicking a motherfucker with cowboy boots on.
You in Texas? It's regular. I wear some cowboy boots here.
I'm just saying.
Look at here, boy.
If you ever get in a scuffle,
I always want one of them hats though. I definitely gotta get one of them hats.
pointy ass boot in your ass is another motherfucker.
Levi's and Wranglers all over Texas. Oh yeah, Wranglers are country boy jeans.
Shit, Wrangler. Hey, tough as shit. Tough as shit. Now, what's this shit? I saw your title. Errol Spence sends shots at Terence Crawford. What's that about?
I'll send it to you.
Okay. Man, I'm tired of all this shot. I'm tired of all this bullshit. I want to see a goddamn fight.
That's all I want. I mean, I don't care who wins at this point. Just let me see it.
Yeah, I mean, at least say that arguably the two best welterweights in this era, fight. That's all I want to see. There's no dick riding with me. So I mean, whoever wins, I'm happy for them. Whoever loses, I hope you win out well.
But the whole thing about it is it's not a Spencer or Crawford in every division for you to get that money.
Yep. But like I said the other day, bro, my biggest worry is that Terence Crawford time is going to be up. He just turned 33 this month. 33 might be the stretch.
But like Nate said, was it Nate saying that? I mean, it depends on how you treat your body. Archie.
But Nate can say that because he started pro boxing at 26. So he didn't have the wear and tear.
Donnie Stevenson got old regardless. He started boxing at 29. He got old at 40. True. So it depends.
That motherfucker got killed at 40. Shit.
But then
have you heard from what Donnie Stevenson says?
He was like walking kind of messed up, but my man that beat him up. He retired though.
Oh, the guy that knocked him out?
Yeah.
Why did he retire?
Better be have retired him. Oh, you ain't seen that? I'm gonna send. You got to look up that fight.
Damn.
He made him his B. That's what all I said. He retired.
The guy that beat Stevenson.
Better be have tapped him out. He retired. He didn't want to fight after that. Teddy Atlas was his trainer too.
Wow.
Yeah, I should have bet on that fight.
What was the name of the guy that beat Stevenson though?
Alexander Gosevich.
Okay, yeah. I think he just caught Stevenson on a bad day.
You ain't lying. He was struggling with Badu Jack.
I remember that fight. Badu Jack should have won that fight.
Badu Jack is the greatest
moderate draw person ever.
You ain't lying. He's the greatest back end. If he can start his back end like his front end, if he starts his front end like his back end, it'll be a wrap.
Yeah. I am the greatest boxer to ever make draws in the world.
Yeah, you look at Floyd robbing my man's for Rolly because my man's not getting no rematch with Rolly. The WBA on Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that
then
hurt. That hurts.
You think he could rob Mayweather could rob for Rolly like that? He could have robbed for Badu Jack and wouldn't nobody even raise a complaint each fight he lost.
Floyd don't care for the colors.
You ain't lying. Badu Jack is a good fighter too. He probably his best fighter, not
What's so crazy? Badu Jack's not even American black.
He's Swedish.
Exactly. So
low key on Mayweather Promotions, he's probably the greatest fighter on Mayweather Promotions.
I would not disagree with that. Mayweather Promotions is a shithole.
You got all these fighters you never heard of. You got all these great fighters walking around.
All these motherfuckers walking around the gym trying to get air.
Yeah. You be looking at some of his fighters he got, you be like, what?
Yeah, this is Kofi Annan. He's the son of the former UN chairman, motherfucker. He ain't getting no fights.
Looking like, dude.
That motherfucker can't make a peace agreement, though.
50 Cent had a better money team than he ever had, bro. He did. He had Billy Dib, Gamboa.
Yeah.
Gamboa at that point will put a whooping on Tank, bro. At that point,
yep.
That's before he fought Terence Crawford.
Yep. That's a fact.
He would have beat the man. 50 Cent had the better roster. All he needed was the Mayweather name.
Yeah, I mean,
50 Cent picked better boxing talent than one of the greatest of his era.
Well, 50 was an amateur too. They said 50 actually got some hands. That's what I've heard from a few people.
Well, he got a better eye for talent than Floyd.
Because Floyd's eye for talent is himself. Floyd is a narcissist, and you can see it.
Yep. If I was that good, I'd probably be a narcissist too.
Look how he treats Tank Davis, bro. Treats him like a baby alive, a Cabbage Patch Kid.
he carries himself like that though.
Yeah.
You know how many times he gotta say, I always gotta come build Tank out, okay? Tank just stupid. You know what I mean? Imagine the stuff he's saying about Tank behind his back. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
It's probably the worst
investment. Next week, right?
Yeah, that's probably the worst investment he made.
All my investments, Tank is the worst. All my investments.
He bought him a car. He bought his mama a house, a car, something like that. He fronted him all this money early. Treat him like one of his broads. And Tank, I mean, you gotta understand, Tank need like a service dog for him not to get in trouble.
Mark my word. Mark my word. At 936 days, Floyd Mayweather will declare bankruptcy. Within 936 days, if not sooner.
He said Floyd Mayweather, Lucifer.
Luciferian is what he said.
He might make an all-right trainer if he can stop being a narcissist.
Ryan Rodriguez says Ellerby said Tank is a star. Well, Ellerby smelled it from across the country, so the nostrils are real.
That's what he supposed to try to sell you. Well, imagine if he would have went in there and beat on Lomachenko. Man. That was his only shot. How many big fighters come through 35, 26, 30? There ain't too many big pay-per-view fights historically out there.
No.
Them divisions is made to fight the best.
And the way that kid has brought Tank along, Tank is fucked.
He gonna lose to the guy you least expect him to lose to.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some dude like Ricardo Mayorga get off the boat and that can fight. That's just gonna whoop him.
It's gonna be the dude that just got through working the shift at 7-Eleven gonna beat his ass.
I mean, that's what happened with Glenn Johnson.
Yep.
He was a construction worker. Knocked Roy clean out. Was it Roy he knocked out first?
He knocked out Roy first.
Yep.
Bang bang! They shot me.
Got off his shit.
Hey, Nate would be like, Donis. Nah, nigga. Bang bang. I don't give a fuck. Shit.
I remember that fight, man. Didn't he beat up on Tarver too?
I just remember that video.
That knockout was funnier than the Tarver knockout.
Yeah. Listen.
You got any excuses tonight, Roy? I'll never forget that. That I hated that fight. I hated Antonio Tarver for a long time. Yeah. You got any excuses tonight, Roy? When he said that, you should have already knew. I hated that man. I could have just beat the black off Antonio Tarver for a long time. I think a lot of people hated Tarver when he knocked out Roy.
Yeah, they did.
I wouldn't have fought him again.
But hey, that shit got Tarver in a Rocky movie and everything.
You ain't lying. Shit. Got excuses tonight, Roy.
I'm Mason the Lion Dixon. Looking like a burnt chameleon, motherfucker.
Looking like Sambo.
Lips pink as fuck. Look like an ink blot with lips.
Got any excuses tonight? But he can fight though. He started boxing late again. Think he moved somewhere where they didn't have boxing.
Tarver was the perfect foil to Roy Jones. That's all I can say.
Yep.
That dude was made to beat Roy Jones. I can't say that. I can't even say he looked good against anybody else. I don't remember him looking good against anybody else.
I mean, I can't remember nothing either.
Right. I know he fought at heavyweight. I know he fought some people.
He was correct. His whole purpose in life was to beat Roy Jones.
Yes, I was born to beat you. That's it. I don't give a fuck whatever else I do. I was born to beat you. Spoil your parade. Now, I don't think Tarver could have beat Roy when he was younger, though.
No, he couldn't.
No. But they said he did beat him in the amateurs, though. Now that I remember, after saying that, I remember that. Huh?
Tarver beat him in the amateurs?
Tarver beat him in the amateurs.
He probably was just created. He was probably just made to beat him.
Yep.
I hated that. You got an excuse tonight, Roy? Oh man,
that's a nut shot.
Couldn't stand Antonio. I think a lot of people hated Tarver. After that, he said, "Boxing question: who wins? Anuya Wild Maloney same day as Tank." That's next week, man. We might have to. I don't know if I have the time on Halloween. If you got the time, I don't know what you're doing, but we might have to do like 3 live streams that day, bro.
My Saturday is, pretty much it's just me and the kids, so we're good.
You got Usyk and Chisora. Usyk and Chisora. Then you got Tank and Nuyuwa and Tank will come on at the same time. I think I got a Nuyuwa. I'm not impressed with Malone.
I'm not interested in Usyk at all.
I want to see him fight Zord though.
That motherfucker, he on the Kool-Aid circuit.
I mean, wouldn't it be a hell of a month? Lomachenko lose the same month in Usyk.
Yeah, that'd be funny. It said Anatoly's whole crew is out of there.
You ain't lying.
We done.
I don't know what's happened. I fought Lopez and Lopez is
that motherfucker was talking no shit about a shoulder in that interview. I think I beat him.
That's just an excuse for a rematch. If I'm Lopez, I ain't fighting him at all.
That motherfucker, I was like, somebody came on the channel said Dan Rayfield said he didn't make any excuses.
Yeah, he had surgery. When you have surgery, there's no excuses.
Man, you say that shit.
Pacquiao, I went to. He told me he swam in seawater to heal his shoulder. Get out of here.
Shit, that motherfucker swim in sea steroids. Goddamn.
Yeah, I ain't want to hear about that, man.
Shit, I swam in a sea of clenbuterol and shit.
Man. But my whole thing is that fight wasn't even like he lost bad, bro. It wasn't like one of them. Like people about, what does he do now? Should he retire? The way Wilder lost, that's like a retirement fight. The way he lost, it was like, just here go a Christmas gift.
Boxing learner, Usyk is an okay fighter, man. I'm not interested.
I think he's a great cruiserweight. How about that?
Yeah, you go ahead and say what you got to. But
he's a great cruiserweight. I don't think he could beat Evander or David Hay or James Toney. What was the other dude that James Toney fought? The big white boy. But Henry Brown said, no, big dog, hen dog. It's easy, man. He said it's like Haney beats Lopez and Spence must fight Crawford. We as fans must do. I mean, Lopez and Devin Haney, they ain't gotta fight now. I mean, those some kids that can fight at 40, 47. I'm not mad at Lopez. Lopez took a giant step, for boxing, but let's see if people follow his step now for Crawford. Him and Spence should fight. They could fight 2 or 3 times. He could have fought Keith Thurman 3 times. You know?
Keith Thurman ain't trying to. Why does Keith Thurman always call out a motherfucker after they've been through a traumatic event?
Or when they got a fight sign.
Yeah. Like, you either doing this shit on purpose or you a stupid motherfucker. And Keith is not stupid.
Very intelligent.
Yeah,
he can right now and get a job on TV right now.
He said, I heard a cop car ran over the back of your leg and shit. I'm gonna call you out to a fight. So, where you want to meet? Shit,
I'll fight you, son. Don't duck me, son. I know you just signed that contract.
I want $15 million for it.
You ain't lying. I want $10 million for me to Steve show up to the arena.
Like, nigga, you didn't even get $7 million for Pacquiao. You motherfucker.
Keep them enchiladas and tacos. Thurman always on live on his bike. He always on that bike. I ain't mad at him. Shoot. If you could milk Al Haymon the way he milked him for years. I think he was like the first fighter to get in a long time, get 3.5 for fighting Bundini on regular TV. They gave him $3.5 million because other fighters didn't want to fight him. That can legitimately take the dog out of you for them paying you for guys not fighting you. But Henry Brown said Chris Bird beat the piss out of Canelo and Spence.
I remember when Chris announced we were the first platform he announced his comeback. We didn't say nothing.
Something child said, read that comment. You see it?
I'm watching my cousin cry. Yep, cousin cry on his knees when Roy got knocked. Hey, bro, some motherfuckers was in shock. Hey. Y'all gotta understand where Roy was back in the day live.
He was like a real Super Saiyan, bro.
Yeah. Roy was doing shit that motherfuckers ain't supposed to do.
Shooting hooks from the hip.
Hey, knocking motherfuckers, putting hands behind their back, make a motherfucker miss, then knock them out on a counter shot to the temple.
And this was before like TiVo and DVR, so you couldn't really rewind it. You had to wait till them slow it down. There it goes, Bob. Nobody's seen the shot, man.
Or if you were taping that shit.
Yeah. Or it was like it was something that nobody's seen before.
And nobody's seen since.
Nope.
Ain't nobody been able to do anything. I ain't seen one fighter be able to copy what Roy's done.
Pascal tried to be the cheap version. He just don't have the athletic ability, bro.
And this is like, Roy's training what's his name?
Eubanks. Eubanks.
Like Eubanks ain't no athlete like that. Hey, Roy trains in his style, but you can't mimic that style. You might be able.
He should train in his style. He should just train basic boxing.
That's like training a mound of shit to run a track meet.
That's like training a cat to be a dog. It ain't gonna happen.
A snail to be a rabbit.
Now I did see on one of them little pet channels on Facebook, they had a cat dog.
Oh, a cat?
No, it was a dog that thought he was a cat. They was white. He would jump on their cabinets and they like cats and jump on chairs, and he thought he was raised by cats. He thought he was a cat. He jump on my counter. If he gonna be pit bull sushi. Play that. You can jump on my couch. You ain't jumping on my counters now.
Thing about pit bulls, boy. If you got a real pit bull, you can't have a cat.
Unless you raise them that way.
Yep.
You got to raise them at birth with that cat.
Pit bulls will eat the spine out of fucking cat.
Now unless you be on that pit bull, but as soon as you leave, that's like anybody. If you got your dog and you sit them there and you like, no, don't do it. But if you leave the room with somebody else in the room, what you think gonna happen?
Fuck them up.
Hell yeah, it depends on how you got your dog.
I remember my boy's pit bull could climb a tree. Big ass pit bull too. It's a 110-pound pit bull that could scale a tree. They can hug the tree real tight.
Yeah. And
they'll scale them. There's a lot of people don't know pit bull is one of the few dogs that can climb trees.
And he probably see another dog see him do it. He probably can do it too.
Yep.
Remember that my man's had that dog that rode a skateboard, Rob and Big. Remember they found that dog. Remember they found the dog that did he can skate a skateboard. He bought the same dog like that and thought the dog could teach his dog, and his dog couldn't do it. Paid all that money for the dog.
Hey, skateboard. Rod Rodriguez says Roy Jones versus Joe Calzaghe was a dope ass fight, bro. If you think that was a dope ass fight, I wish Joe Calzaghe had came over here when all those dudes were in their prime. He was nowhere to be seen.
I respected Joe Calzaghe. When he put it on Jeff Lacey, I was like, Jeff Lacey about to beat this white boy.
Yeah. I just wish Calzaghe had fought those dudes in his prime. Would have been better fights.
He would have lost. That's all that was.
Yeah, he would have got shit beat out of him.
Man, he was a good fighter though. He fought Kessler. He was the first one to put a whooping on him.
I'm not saying he wasn't a good fighter. I'm about that prime. I am, man. Or on the way up to the prime. Or the one last great hurrah.
Yeah. You can't even say Bernard Hopkins, his career just looked like his prime was like 10, 15 years.
Hey, the Grace says real true game bred pit bulls ain't no 100. I don't know if it was game bred or not. I just knew this motherfucker was a pit bull. So
when they say they between 60 pounds.
Yeah, I guess he's talking about the standard, but there are variants. So
you got what you call American bullies, the little short ones. Then you got
I'm a Bora Bowl guy, so I don't really give a fuck about pit bulls. I was just speaking out some facts.
They said pit bulls the new chow chow. They said all the black people back in the day used to have chow chows.
I hate them fucking dogs. When I was growing up, motherfuckers had Dobermans. Shit. Dobermans, then it was Rottweilers. They had chows in between there. A chow bit my sister, man. Kicked the shit out that dog.
See, my dad's chow bit me. It was by accident.
Them motherfuckers bite, man. So,
his name was DeJohn.
Them motherfuckers in Cocker Spaniels will bite the shit out your ass. Dalmatians if y'all didn't know this, Dalmatians bite more than any fucking dog alive.
And they strong, man. And if you gonna outride a Dalmatian, Dalmatian can run all day. Dalmatian they can go.
Yeah, Dalmatians, much energy, a lot of biting. That 101 Dalmatians, that bitch might have had a reason to cut them fucking dogs up in the coats. Like she got fucked up over one. Let's see. Emmanuel Figueroa says the amount of praise and hype Spence would get for fighting Bud on free TV would be insane. Now that's a fight that shouldn't be on free TV, in my opinion. If
it did, it might break TV.
It could.
The right promotion. If Floyd would have fought Berto on free TV,
you gotta fight that bitch on Disney. I ain't calling ABC, ESPN. I ain't saying this shit by his name ever again. It's Disney. It's Disney. It's the Mandalorian channels from here on out. And I can't wait till that shit come out next week.
He said, Rod said Mason a gangster. Man, Mason bad. He just chewed up his outfit today. We had put his little hoodie on him. He chewed it up.
That's fucked up.
I said, this is the one that's keeping you warm, you little punk dog.
Kobe 2K fan.
You said, go ahead.
Kobe 2K fan says, I heard Dalmatians is mean ass dog. They are, bro.
And they got. Hey, look here, man. As much as you can run, they can run.
Yep.
They strong. Look at their chest. A Dalmatian could probably beat up a lot of dogs.
Dog's an asshole. I'm just telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, Disney set motherfuckers up for failure. 101 days.
My mama won until she found out how they was.
Yeah, 101 bites.
And you got to be active with them dogs. Them dogs, they worker dogs.
Oh, dude, have you ever seen an Australian shepherd?
Mm-mm.
Not Australian shepherd, Australian. I forget the name of that. That's the most hyper fucking dog I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. They have to have land. You can't have them bitches in the house. They herd cows.
Mm.
They bite at their ankles, fuck them up, but they cannot be in your house, bro. The motherfuckers mean and they meant to do what they do. It's supposed to be some of the smartest dogs too.
That don't surprise me.
Yeah, any dog that's making cows move in formation, yeah, got to be kind of smart.
Yeah. He said when I was 8 or 9, I wanted one of those dogs. Shoot, your mama, you been walking that Dalmatian all day.
Yep.
You might as well you gotta have a treadmill with them dogs. They good looking dogs though. That's where it stopped at. I wouldn't want one unless I had like land.
Yeah.
So he said an Australian Shepherd used to chase the hell out of me.
Well, it's not called an Australian Shepherd. I'm trying to remember what the name of that shit is. It is a Shepherd dog, so it'll come to me in a minute. Man, I can't wait to get this damn Borobo. I gotta save for this motherfucker. Shit gonna cost me $2,500.
My boy, but sure you about to get a Kango.
It's a beautiful dog. Big motherfuckers too. Shit.
I think they got the hardest, whatever the strongest bite force.
Now the Borobo does.
He got stronger than the Kango? They said the Kango
It's a lot stronger than the Kango. Borobo's bite force is stronger than a wolf. It's 4 times stronger than a pit bull's. They had the huh?
Oh shit! I'm gonna get bit by that.
Yeah, that motherfucker has over an 800 psi bite force.
Mm.
Plus, on top of the fact that they average about 180 pounds, don't help the fucking situation. Rod Rodriguez says, I have a chocolate Doberman. He's smart, but starting to have health issues. The problems with Dobermans, bro, is that their brains keep growing and their skulls don't. And so that's where their health issues start is in their heads, because their brain case is too small for their brain. Now Kobe 2K fan is stronger than a wolf. They bite force is higher than a wolf. So, man.
Hold on. A Kango's is 743.
And a Borobo was over 8.
Cane Corso 700. I didn't know that.
Bite PSI of Borobo 800, bro.
According to Pet-Kappa, they are one of the most powerful dog breeds in the world and have a bite force of 800 psi.
Sheesh.
Yeah, they're not fucking around.
Well, let me get off here, man. I want to take my stuff to sleep.
Yeah, my ass is hungry.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out here. All right, appreciate y'all. We go.
All right, peace.